Hello, it's raining out. I'm going to show you guys where I'm staying here. Merry Christmas. Let me show you where I'm staying here. This place is called Ubud Cottages, I think. So, hopefully the internet works. It's very, very choppy for some reason. This is the family compound that I live in here in Ubud. And actually, it's an entire family here. They're all kicking around, but it's rainy season here in Bali at the moment. And this is my room. I pay about 10 USD per night for this room. It's got aircon, it's got a big bed, a nice bathroom. I can't complain. Has some nice artwork. It's got a photograph of a beautiful Balinese girl. Man, look at her. Yeah, every day they bring me fruit. They're so nice. The family here is so kind and so nice. And the auntie, who's a little older, she brings me fruit every day. Yeah, and every day that she brings me fruit and she brings me hot water. This is traditional Balinese coffee. And the way they make their coffee here is they just literally get these really, really fine coffee grounds, and they grow all the coffee here on the island of Bali. They make really good coffee, and you just put it in your cup and you pour the hot water on top of it. Look at these doors, like, just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's all hand carved. Well, I hope it's hand carved. It might be machine carved, but you can see here, this is a very traditional Balinese home. Very, very common. And they're really into making their homes aesthetically pleasing, and so they integrate their compounds with nature. So you're always going to find in a Balinese compound, you're always going to find a lot of these plants, beautiful jungle fauna, as you might say, jungle fauna. And I'll just give you a look around, see. Look at this, even the steps, they're beautiful. Look at this. This is their temple. Every Balinese family, well, not every one of them, but most of them will have some kind of temple. And these are guardians. And so what they're here for is to protect this ground, this family compound, from evil spirits. And look at this, so pretty, right? And so evil spirits are a big part of the folklore, the myths and tradition of the people of Bali, who are actually Hindu. Balinese are actually Hindu, but you'll find lots of, I don't know who this is, that's not the Buddha, but you'll find lots of statues of Buddha around. Here's one right here. And since, it's funny because the Balinese people are not Buddhist. They're not Buddhist, but they think Buddha is cool. Like I asked them, I said, are you Buddhist or Hindu? They said, no, we're Hindu, but we think Buddha is wonderful. They think he's really cool. So this is actually where they usually keep their chickens. Or they'll keep a rooster, which they keep the roosters as, I don't know. They use them for fighting. Let's be real. They use them for fighting. Look at this. This is a mortar and pestle, a traditional mortar and pestle. I don't know what they make in this. Right outside my window here. Here. Hello everybody, Merry Christmas. I'm just showing you all around my compound that I'm staying here in Ubud with a family, a local family. And I'm showing you how they live. It's not Christmas here because they're Hindu, but yet you'll find Christmas trees right outside my window. Look at this pond. And there's frogs that live in here because I hear them at night. And the Balinese people, they're really much more in touch with nature than we are. So, he's got a penis. What's this? Another Buddha. Yeah. Look at this artwork. Dragons. These aren't dragons, but they're kind of like dragons. They're demons. And the Balinese people, They have a similar art style with their demons and monsters as the Chinese and other Asian cultures. But they're demons. Or spirits, they call them. Look at this one. Look at these guys. Even now in Bali, you'll go around and find these rituals almost on a daily basis. So they have every day I'm in this compound, they're doing some sort of celebration or ritual. But just look at how green it is. So the guy that lives here, I was asking him about these statues, these demon statues. He said, no, they're not demons, they're guardians. And I said, well, what do they protect you from? And he said, well, they protect us from spirits. And he said the spirits live in nature, they live in the river. And he told me a few stories, which I'll share with you, about the spirits that he says he's witnessed and his family have witnessed and had experiences with these spirits. I'll show you the temple here. I don't think they're going to mind if I come in here. But this is one of their... Every family has one of these temples inside of their home. Quite often in Bali, you'll be driving around, looking at all this beautiful architecture. And this is pretty common if you look at the architecture, that they have these, I don't know what you call that, reliefs. But even here, look at it. It's so aesthetically pleasing home. But everywhere you go, every house will have these monsters. And so these are to protect from the spirits. And I see them here praying all the time, and I ask them, I say, who are you praying to? Are you praying to God? And they say, no, we're praying to the gods, multiple. So they're Hindu, right? They worship multiple gods. And they really like the feminine form in their artwork. You'll find a lot of this feminine form. Beautiful ladies. Hey, ladies! And I'm not sure what these are. Oh, there's a doggo there. I'm not sure what these are. If you guys are from Bali, could you tell me what this is? Can you tell me what that is? I'm not sure how to see the chat. I don't see the chat button here, so I apologize if you guys are chatting. I'm on my phone. Oh, hello. I see you. Kusnadi. Hello. Merry Christmas if you're celebrating Christmas. It's raining here, and I'm just in my compound here in Ubud. Oh, there's a doggo. Hey, puppy. I've never seen you before. I've met you before. What's going on? Insecure. Got aggressive. Here's some birds. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. They keep the birds for good luck, and just because they're beautiful. I've never been back here, but it looks like they're keeping a lot of these baskets. They do a lot of arts and crafts in this family. And I'm not sure, I don't think they sell them. Look at these bonsai trees. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, so I'll take you down to the river and I'll tell you about the river spirits. Hello. Yeah, hopefully they don't mind me being in their temple. So, here's a map of the island. And we are here in the center of the island, Ubud. Ubud, right there. That's where I am right now. And this is when you arrive in Bali. You'll come in to the airport here. And this is Kuta, which is not my favorite place. And up here is Canggu, which is where most people are staying and surfing these days if they're coming here. Like Kuta used to be the cool place, but now it's Canggu. And Ubud, of course. The last trip I just did a motorcycle trip, and I drove all the way through here. I went to the coast, and I went all the way up to this place up here, around here called Sanur. Not Sanur, Ahmed, and I did some snorkeling, and then I drove all the way along here, and I swam with I didn't swim with the dolphins. I went to Lavina Beach here, and I went on a dolphin trip, and then I cut down to the Twin Lakes, which are here. I went to these Twin Lakes, and I spent the night around here, and before driving back to Ubud. I'll just show you the rest of this place. Hello. I'm showing everybody the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is my friend, and she brings you bring me always. I'm showing people on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Tingkalan ka.
Yeah. Oh, here's another
Hello?
guest. What is this? What is this?
Yeah. Ceremony.
Oh, for ceremonies. Yeah. So they make a lot of stuff here. That like, look at that. There's a swastika there. The swastika actually in Asian culture is not attached to anything to do with you know who. It's actually an ancient symbol, and in Asia it means something completely different.
Yeah. It's your in ceremony.
Oh, that's for. She's gonna show me something. Oh, oh, for ceremonies, you put the
Yeah.
food in here
Yeah.
to offer to
Yeah.
the
My
spirits.
friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful woman, huh?
Yeah.
And there's some Balinese treats. That's a
Yeah.
rice, right?
Rice. Yeah. This. Yeah.
And you give this to the spirits.
Yeah.
You see spirit? Have you seen a spirit here?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do the spirit? Oh, a spirit is a big one or a little one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Big.
Big?
Yeah.
See? So I'll tell you guys this story. Oh, this is it's rice?
For you, rice.
Oh, for
For
me.
you. Yeah.
Oh, terima kasih.
Yeah.
She's always giving me food.
Yeah.
You give me so much food, you make me fat.
Yeah. Fruit.
Yeah, so much fruit.
Yeah. Little fruit. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I show people now. Look at this. I got some munchies. Yeah, they're so nice here. When I first arrived here, they said you are part of the family now. So I really feel like welcome here. This is another building that they have, and there's some deer antlers up there. I don't think there's deer in Bali, though. Here's another room. I haven't really even looked in here, but so here's the ceremonial offering. So what they do is they take the like banana leaves and different leaves, and they put flowers and little offerings. And what they do is they'll put this everywhere with some incense. And this is the purpose of these offerings is to keep the spirits happy, because if they believe if you don't offer something to the spirits, some food, some tobacco, some candy, the spirits will get pissed off and come back and mess with you. Like, oh, I'm sorry. The bird's mad at me. They'll come back and mess with you. They'll mess with your family. They'll make people sick. They will just bring bad luck upon you. So they give offerings. And this is actually really common in most spiritual cultures around the world. Like the Native Americans in Canada, we give offerings to the spirits as well. But they would, for example, give tobacco and fish to the Sasquatch. And I'm a big believer in Sasquatch. It's real, my friends. There is Sasquatch. But anyway, they have the same things here in Bali, according to the locals. Not the Sasquatch, but various beings that live in the jungle. See, we're really close to the jungle here. I'll show you guys how close we are to the jungle. Hello. Oh, she's eating something. Yum, yum. Yum. Here's a Ganesh. That's their favorite god here in Bali is Ganesh. And he is the god of wisdom, of learning, of knowledge. So when you read books, you should be grateful to be able to read books. If you don't read books, why not? It's a gift. But when people are reading, they say, thank you for this knowledge, thank you for this wisdom. And that comes from Ganesh, the elephant guy. Look at these horse heads. So down here is the river. Yeah, let's go. Hopefully the internet stays on. So one guy told me, I asked the guy that booked me here, I said, have you seen spirits? Because they say they offer this to the spirits. And he said, yeah, of course. And I asked him to tell me a story about the spirits. And he said, well, one night I came down here. There's a river down here. It's a big drop into the river. I'll show you. And he said there was a boy standing on the edge of this outcrop. And when he came down, it was at night, the boy dove off here into the river. And so he ran over, and there was nothing. There was no splash. There was no sound. Another story is one of the uncles who's still here. He went swimming in this river all the time, like the kids and everybody goes swimming down here. And he saw a beautiful woman in the bottom of the river. So he saw a beautiful woman in the bottom of the river, and she had a beautiful house down there. And he said, he came running back here, and he said, I've fallen in love with a woman. And they said, what woman? And he said, well, she lives in the river, and she has a house down there, and we're in love. And this family said, oh, hell no, you're not marrying any river spirits. So he had to go back and tell the river woman, no, I can't marry you, the family won't allow it. And he got very, very sick. And to this day, apparently, he's still very sick. This happened a long time ago. And they believe that the spirit was angry, she was heartbroken and she made him sick. Another story about this river that they told me is one of the little boys went swimming down here and found a ring, like a golden ring, kind of like Frodo or whatever, Bilbo. Or no, Schmeagol found the ring. And he brought it back and he was like, look, everybody, look, I found this ring. And he kept it, but I guess the spirits got pissed off and they came up from the river and told him, or I don't know if they told him or what, but basically he had to give the ring back. So they had to do a whole ceremony, come down to the river, do a big ceremony. The whole family and everybody came, offered the spirits an apology, brought lots of gifts, and gave the ring back to the river. And they said there's many, many stories of the spirits. When I asked them, like, are they ghosts? Are they real? And they said, no, they're real. They're like people that live in the jungle. And that's one of the reasons why the Balinese people are always offering stuff, because they say there's so many spirits living in the jungle. In Canada we have Sasquatch, there's Mothman. They're called cryptids. That's my theory anyways, that there's cryptids living here and the Balinese people know it. Well, you can believe it or not. Well, this is kind of dangerous and I don't know if the internet's going to work, but I'm going to try to go down here. I'll leave my food right there. It's pretty slippery. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. And unfortunately there's a lot of garbage. But you can see, hello Kusnadi. There's the river down there. But this is where the spirits come from apparently. They live here. And so this family has 3 or 4 big buildings and they're turned into guest houses. There's some kind of fruit here. I think these are figs. What are these? Can you eat these? I don't know what that is. But yeah, Ubud is a wonderful place. I really love Ubud. You're so close to nature, so close to the jungle, but here you can see all the offerings everywhere. They bring the food down here and they place it on these leaves and the guy told me, I said, well, what about the candy and the tobacco? And he goes, oh, they take it. He said not all the time, but often they'll come down or they'll go somewhere and offer these blessings or offerings to the spirits and the food is taken. They say they take it. They enjoy these treats. One day I came out to my motorcycle and they had one of the blessings of rice on a little leaf on my motorbike. So they're blessing my bike. They bless everything all the time. It's really funny. Like it's literally every single day in Bali, they'll be out putting these incense and candies on the ground. So I'll show you some of these guest houses over here. Look at how green this is. Like, you can smell it. You can just smell the prana. I've never been down here. Right, it's just more guest houses. So you can rent these guest houses. The place is called Ubud. Ubud House or Ubud Cottages. I've never been up here. Let's go take a look-see. How are y'all doing, guys? Are you having a Merry Christmas? Okay, so now I see, here's one of the buildings and they have guest houses up there. Apparently there's like 3 family members that own 3 different buildings. Yeah, and so these ones are more expensive than mine. I got the cheapest room in the complex because I'm a cheap Charlie. I'm a cheap Charlie. So the spirits are interesting, like the whole religion is interesting. And even though they're not Christian, here in Bali, they have Christmas trees and Christmas lights and everything because the Hindus don't believe that there's one God. They believe there's many, many, many gods, and they're very, it's not secular, but secular is the opposite, isn't it? But they're open to all religions, they're open to all gods. You could tell them, I believe in Thor, and they go, oh yeah, of course, Thor. Everybody knows Thor. I find it very, like a very interesting religion. So they also celebrate Christmas in their own way. Like they know Christmas is a special day. They know it's special to us, and so they try to make it, you know, available to us to celebrate. Not this family compound, but if you go around Ubud, you'll see this a lot. Well, that's it. That's where I'm staying. Here it is. Oh, that's somewhere else. Bali, a Slee Lodge. Yeah, so there's multiple compounds here. I think the whole place is called Bali Ubud Cottages. I'll show you a little more. Hello. What else do we have? I'll show you the outside. It's just an alley. Ubud Rooms, that's what it is. Ubud Rooms B&B. This is my bike, the hot rod. The red rocket. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tour, my little live stream. Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry ho ho ho. Don't eat too much turkey, don't drink too much. Ah, fuck it. Do whatever you want, man. It's your life. Enjoy it. Adios.